The ancient Chinese book of changes, the I Ching, says, be prepared and you will be lucky. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, most importantly, winning. Today we are all lucky because your speech is well prepared, your speech is valuable, and your speech is incredible. Let me tell you what. From my experience, the two most important things in any speech are, what is your message, and are you effective in delivering your message to the audience? Winnie, your message, your topic is backpacking in Japan. You gave us an introduction to traveling in Japan. This is a good choice of topic because everyone in the audience who has been to Japan can personally relate to it. And for those who haven't been to Japan, such as myself, we can learn something from you. So your choice of topic is very good. Winnie, this brings me to the delivery of your message. The delivery of your speech was successful. You had a good response from the audience, and I can easily tell you're a very good speaker. What I like most about your speech was that it's a personal account. If I want to learn about going to Japan, there's many, many books I can read. But your speech is personal, so I can learn a lot more. Another thing I liked about your speech is obviously your appearance. The kimono is very appropriate, and for me sitting down here, it's very eye-catching, and I enjoyed it. Woody, for improvement, I'd like to offer you a few useful suggestions. The first relates to your opening. Opening of a speech is very important. Now today, you stood here and you said, good afternoon. This is very polite, but not very attention-grabbing. To grab the audience's attention, I'd like to offer you a useful tool. I call it QQ. Questions and quotes. If you open your speech with a question such as, have you been backpacking in Japan? Have you been to Japan? Did you have a good time? The audience will immediately start thinking, what are you going to tell us? They know they're going to learn something. Another suggestion I'd like to offer you is, today you spent most of your time standing here in the middle of the stage and moved a little bit from side to side. I'd like to see you move a little bit more. When you move with purpose. For example, when you're talking about the accommodation in Japan, you could say, there's 3 kinds of accommodation in Japan. First, sleeping on the street. You don't want to do that. Second, stay in the backpackers. Third, if you're wealthy enough, stay in a 5-star hotel. When you move with purpose, the audience has a greater feeling. Your points have more impact. And finally, the last thing I'd like you to consider is when you are being Japanese today, if there's anyone in the audience who is from Japanese heritage, they may feel slightly offended because sometimes you came across a little bit mockingly. Woody, today we are all lucky because your speech is well prepared, you had a good choice of topic, and you effectively delivered your message. If you can continue to refine your existing skills, combine those with QQ and powerful body language, I believe you can go from being a good speaker to a great speaker and finally a simply amazing speaker. Contest chair.